All right, so today I'm going to be showing you how to subsume a Warframe. So the key thing to remember is to, of course, put that Warframe on first, the one that you want to subsume. The usual times that I subsume a Warframe is usually when I am subsume when I have that Warframe as a prime Warframe. So in this case, it's going to be Zephyr, and I have Zephyr Prime. And basically, what subsuming a Warframe does is it's a mechanic using the Helmet, and I'm reading from Google. Mechanic using the Helmet system that lets you sacrifice a normal Warframe to permanently unlock one of its predetermined abilities. So you can then infuse that ability onto another Warframe in your arsenal to customize and optimize your builds. So basically, you consume that Warframe permanently from your inventory. Prime variants and Excalibur Umbra cannot be subsumed. Fixed ability, the game assigns one specific fixed ability, which is a non-ultimate ability per Warframe that you can use, which that power is extracted. Usually, the process time takes about 24 hours. There are cost, and then, of course, of course, to subsume it, you have to reach a mastery rank. The mastery rank is 8, and you complete that. And you have to complete the Heart of Deimos quest and purchase the Helman segment blueprint from the Son of Necrolis at rank 3 Entrati standing, or buy directly from the in-game market. So, a lot of words. You can definitely Google that. But basically, once I get that Prime once I get that Warframe in a Prime version, I should say, is when I go ahead and subsume the normal version of that Warframe. So today's Warframe is going to be Zephyr, and you go down here to the helmet. And once again, you have to have a helmet, you have to have a segment, you have to have all that good stuff, you have to have the resources to do it, so on and so forth. Y'all can Google that yourselves. Um, what this ability or what this is going to give me is the air burst ability. So launch a burst of massively dense air. If I could read, bruh. Hold to send enemies flying. Tap to pull them towards the burst. Damage increases per enemy hit. I didn't even know that. So it says right up there by Subsume Warframe. Subsume your Warframe into the helmet. Learning one of its abilities, your Warframe will be consumed in the process, which means you will not get it back. So I would just recommend don't subsume it if you don't have another one. Like in cases where I don't have like a secondary one, and I just somehow obtain that normal version again, then I will also subsume in that case. But usually for most parts, I've been trying to only subsume the ones that I have primes of. Now, if you want to do certain things like myself, I talked about it a little bit earlier. You can come in, do the circuit, because I'm about to do this for Ivara. You can come in, do the circuit. I don't have Ivara Prime, but I want to go ahead and subsume her. So I went and did Ivara from the circuit so that I can subsume her later. You can also do that as well. That's another choice if you don't have like the Prime version in some cases, like myself. So I'm going to subsume that. These are the resources I have to have in order to subsume this Warframe. So I need 80% of oxides, 80% of biotics, and 47% of bile. So just feed this bad boy a little bit, not a lot of it. Got 90%, and then I can't even see my cursor. Oxides, 90%. Cool. I only try to feed him as much as he needs. I don't try to sit here and feed too much, but then in my case, I'm on PlayStation, so I'll hit square, and it gives you even another warning. Are you sure you want to destroy? And it says destroy, like letting you know this thing is gone. Are you sure you want to destroy Zephyr? It'll tell you the amount of formas and stuff. For some people, I've had a lot of formas because, of course, before the helmet, before the segment, and before getting to the point where I can subsume things and having enough to subsume and all of this stuff. I was putting a lot of formulas into stuff because I really try to build my frames. But in this case, Zephyr has 0 forma to unlock Airburst, An inventory slot will be freed. You will not be able to use this Warframe again. So they definitely let you know this is permanent, this thing is gone, and you'll get its ability. So you hit OK, and then you have to confirm. Then, and throw into the gone. So it's a very sad sequence. And then absorbed into the wall of the helmet, and now gone forever. Once that is done, you will see it kind of default back to Excalibur. From here, you'll just choose whatever Warframe you're deciding to play with at that time. If you go back into the helmet, you can see that it'll be available in 22 hours 59 minutes. You can rush it for platinum. I don't usually choose to because in most cases I'm not trying to rush it. I think there was only one that I rushed, and that was Nourish because I really had wanted to try it out. And then I think I did. It was Nourish and Roar. It was Nourish and Roar. The only two that I have rushed. Other than that, I just let them go. But these are all the ones that I have currently right now. I'm not going to read them all. And still plenty more to go. So hopefully in like more days I'll have Quiver, and that's what you get from Ibar. Other than that, appreciate y'all. Thanks. Hopefully you have a fantastic day. Peace.